Hi, I'm Jenna, and today I would like to talk about love hate relationships. And hopefully, I will be able to shed a little light on why this occurs. Now, in our society, we are taught, and basically on the earth, we are taught to love other people on a conditional basis. We desire someone in our life to add something to it other than just love, um, because they have a good job, because we want the status of being married, things like this. For example, if a man loves a woman because she's a registered nurse and she has a good job, when they get married and she has a baby and she takes a maternity leave, she can be off up to a year, and some hospitals maybe more. If she is not working during that time, he may become hostile, he may become angry because he is upset because she's not working. He may never say this. If this continues over any length of time, they will probably end up divorced. This is because when you love people and your motive is not pure, you are really loving yourself, because you are loving what they add to you. You are not actually in love with that person. You only love that person because they bring you something that you want into your life. And so that is selfishness. You are only loving yourself. You're not actually loving the other person. And so every time they are not complying with what you want, with your desires, you become angry. And ultimately, this leads to a breakup. Over time, you get angry and you fight and you say harsh things to each other. And so eventually, your love turns to hatred. Your love will be just as intense as your hatred becomes. So you will hate them just as much as you love them. And this is why we go back and forth with these love-hate things. We get angry with the person when they are not complying with what our desires are. And then in time, if they comply or they give in, we love them again, as long as they continue to be compliant with what we want. And this is not love. This is not true love. That's why I keep telling you guys that love is unconditional. You cannot expect others to comply with your wishes. If you love somebody, to truly love them, you love what is good in that person, because what is good in that person is from God. And so that's eternal love. And what is good in that person comes from God, and it does not change. And so your love for them does not change, because it's not dependent on whether or not that person is with you or whether or not that person complies with your desires. You love them just because they are good. And that's what I'm talking about. So think about that. If you have any questions, just leave me a message and I will try to make it more clear. Yes, but so you cannot put conditions upon your love and expect it to last. That's why I keep telling you guys, love must be unconditional. If you love what is good in the person, that is the love that lasts forever. And that is the love that should be returned to you. If you love someone unconditionally, you are often called a fool. by people in the world because that person is making a fool out of you. They do whatever they want, and whatever they do, you still love them. That love must be mutual. They must also love what is good in you. If they don't love what is good in you, then the relationship is out of balance, and this is not correct either. And this relationship will not stand, because if you love someone unconditionally who does not love you or loves you conditionally, they become out of control. And so they come to hate you anyway because they never loved you in the first place. And so when you overly comply with their demands, they're never satisfied, and they make more and more demands on you. And eventually, this makes you stay away from them. Even if you still love them, you cannot longer you can no longer tolerate being in their presence because they have become so demanding. You have created a monster. And so for this reason, love has to be mutual. They have to love what is good in you the way you love what is good in them. So there is a mutual exchange of positive energy. And that is the only way that eternal love works. It will not work any other way. There has to be a mutual exchange. Otherwise, you end up loving them from afar. And so I hope that's clear. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed day.